Good evening, afternoon, or good morning, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world. In this video, we'll be looking at yet another maths calculations to add to our daily maths calculations. Okay, so today's question says, a 6-year-old child has been prescribed Gaviscon suspension 10 mils 4 times a day. Gaviscon suspension contains 3.1 millimoles of sodium per 5 ml. Okay, now what you want to do is go around and highlight some of the key points in this question. So we've been given the dose, 10 mil 4 times a day. Most of us clearly know what to do with that. And then here's the concentration of the strength. Is 3.1 millimoles of sodium per 5 ml. Now the recommended daily allowance of salt for a 6-year-old child is 3 grams, but that's equivalent to 1.2 grams of sodium each day. So this is a bit of a red herring. Let's have our red herring drawn here. And you know what the red herring means, right? Do you know why we have the red herring? So I just want to give my red herring some color. And there we go, the beautiful red herring. And then it says the relative atomic mass, this is our Mr., okay, is equal to 23. What percentage of the child's recommended daily salt allowance is contained in the total daily dose of Gaviscon suspension? So we already know that the answer is going to come in the form of a percentage. Okay, so we already know. Oh yeah, and one more key important piece of information, very important, is that you need to round this up to the nearest whole number. You could do everything correct, but if you don't follow this one rule here at the end, then my friend, you've pretty much wasted your time. Okay, so we know the answer is going to come in the form of a percentage of his daily salt allowance, which is 1.2, right? 1.2 grams, okay, of his daily. Now I say salt, his daily sodium allowance, 1.2 grams. So it's a percentage of that. So we need to know what percentage of this. So that means the answer, our calculation needs to give us the grams that he's taking on a daily basis. And once we work that out, we can calculate how much of that is his total daily allowance. Okay, so let's go into it then. Let's calculate his dose first. So we already know he's taking 10 ml 4 times a day, right? That's 40 mils. Now this 3.1 millimoles, we have to use what we're given here. 3.1 millimoles of sodium in 5 mils. But we know he's not taking 5 mils. He's taking 40 mils, right? So times 8, or whatever you want. But I want to show you guys the easy Z method. So the easy Z method is a systematic way of working out proportions. The easy Z method, I always draw a Z. Now it starts here. So I go this way, then that way, then up here. So this works for any sort of set of proportions. What it is you divide and then you multiply. Okay, so you always start with this number, which is 14. You divide by 5, and then you multiply with the other number, the other factor, which is 3.1, and it will always give you the number up top here. So essentially, if you couldn't do this in your head automatically, then what you needed to do is say 40 divided by 5 is 8. 8 times 3.1. You'll see me doing this all the time, the easy Z method, okay? This will give you your answer, which is 24.8 millimoles. Millimoles, everyone, millimoles. Okay, but we know we want grams. So now we need to convert this into grams somehow. But this is why they've given us the Mr. Okay? This is why they've given us the Mr. Now the Mr, if you remember from A-level chemistry, I'm going to show you, or GCSE, whichever one, is mass equals Mr. mole. Okay? It's like a triangle, right? It's one of those triangles of calculation things. Speed times distance. You get one of those as well. Speed, distance equals speed, distance and speed and time. Whatever the case is. Several triangle formulations that look like this. Okay? So this is one of them. Mass equals Mr. Mole. Now the units are important because mass is always in grams and mole is always in mole. But we've been given millimoles, okay? Which is, now that means our mass is going to be in milligrams. Now very important for you to know this. If you're doing it in millimoles, then you're going to get mass in milligrams. If you're doing it in grams, then you're going to get moles as moles. But we've been given millimoles, right? So we need to convert our millimoles to moles first, and then that will give us the answer in grams. So what you, if you plug in the numbers into this triangle, what you get is 20. We'll get our mass, which is 23. Sorry, our Mr. Mistake right there. Okay, I'll use a different color. So our Mr. is 23 multiplied by our millimoles, which is 24.8. Okay, and then the answer divided by 1,000, so that we can get grams. Or alternatively, I could just divide this by 1,000. So right here, what we're doing is we're dividing it by 1,000, multiplying it by 23, and that's going to give us our answer in grams, not milligrams this time. And the answer is 0.5704. Okay, so we have our grams. So now the third step, the final step, is going to be to work out a percentage. Okay, so how will we work out this percentage? Now it's easy. Again, I'm going to use the easy Z method. We know that 100%, 1.2 grams is 100%, okay? Now we need to calculate what, in fact I should have probably done it the other way around, what 0.5704 is, okay? So the easy Z method, it says I'm missing that, so I'm going to go that way, then that way, then that way, which is my Z. Remember, that's divide, remember, that's multiply. Okay, so I'm going to divide this number 0.5704 divided by 1.2. I'm going to multiply it by 100 to give me a percentage. The percentage is going to be 47.533. Now you're not done. You're not done. You're not done. Don't even think about it. You're not done. If you really want to pass the exam, then you must convert this to the nearest whole number. Okay, and this is easy maths because you're going to round up if it's 5, right? To round this up, and that's going to give us a grand total of 48%. Okay, it's 48%. Easy maths question. Now if you want to see more calculations, or you want more information, you want to practice exam style questions, head over to pharmacyskills.com. we have a huge collection of calculations with answers, loads of questions there to practice. We have daily questions. You can practice them in sets of 5, 10, 15, or even 20. Head over to pharmacyskills.com, and we have a huge discount right now, actually. And you can even try the website out for free. So that's all on you guys. I'll see you guys in another video.